Γεια σας, είμαι η Κατερίνα Ζαχαρία, καθηγήτρια Κλασικών Σπουδών στο Loyola Marymount University στο Λος Άντζελες. Είναι μεγάλη μου χαρά να συνεργάζομαι και πάλι με το Ίδρυμα Cacoyannis στην Αθήνα και με το Stanford Summer Theater. Θα σας πω μερικά λόγια στα αγγλικά για να μπορέσω να γίνω κατανοητή και από τους συνεργάτες μου στην Αμερική. Αλλά πριν κάνω αυτό θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω το Ίδρυμα Cacoyannis. Θα μιλήσω τώρα στα αγγλικά και φυσικά περιμένω να σας δω όλους τους φίλους στο Ίδρυμα Κακογιάννη από 1η μέχρι 15 Σεπτεμβρίου. Οι παραστάσεις μας θα είναι από 12 μέχρι 15 Σεπτεμβρίου. And now I'll just switch into English. So I'm a professor of classics at Loyola Marymount University, and I have been working with Professor Rush Rem from Stanford University for a number of years. In fact, I've known him since I was a graduate student in England, where I studied at University College London. My field of studies initially was Greek tragedy, and I wrote a book on the Athenian foundation myth. And I also had my own theatre group in London, and we did some performances there. I arrived in the States in 1999, and since then I've been working at Loyola Marymount University and have just been made full professor. Last year, I received 2 research fellowships and I spent a year in Athens. One of them was by the Onassis Foundation. We discussed last year when I was in Athens a way of bringing this performance of the Wanderings of Odysseus from the summer Stanford Theatre to Athens. So this effort started more than a year ago, and we're very happy that it's coming to fruition. So let me tell you a little bit about that production. Part of what I do is try to bring the classics in an outreach program and project to the wider community. So this is also what the Summer Theatre at Stanford has been doing for the past 15 years. The Cacoyannis Foundation is also opening up Greek drama and the influences of Greek drama and adaptations of Greek drama to the wider Greek audience. And this is why the European Union thinks this is a good cause and has sponsored this project. So what we are going to do is offer almost two-week classes to interested students. We're going to hold the competition from mid-July, and 32 students will be allowed to attend the workshops. So there will be about 4 workshops and different approaches to Greek drama. In fact, the interesting thing about the Wanderings of Odysseus is, of course, it's dealing with a text that was not written for performance. So one of the challenges that we're going to be looking at in a seminar setting is how do we change an epic poem into adapting it for performance, and what are the challenges for that. So in the seminars, we are going to accept a wider audience up to 80 people, and I'm going to be in charge of those seminars, presenting a number of issues pertaining to this performance, but in sort of a wider context. How does one do Homeric epics or even tragedy in a contemporary setting and audience, and for a contemporary audience? So the seminars, we're going to have a couple of seminars for these 80 people, and in the final seminar we're going to review all our efforts that will include both workshops and performances by students, our own performances, and in general this project. The workshops are going to be 4, led by different professionals that are coming from Stanford. So you will have a workshop, for instance, will be Suzuki workshop. Another one is the development of dramatic characters. Others will focus on choreography and so on. I will be present in all the workshops and seminars. All the lessons will be conducted in English, but we're going to choose some translations of the Odyssey. Just to give you an idea, the adaptation of the Odyssey is mainly based on books 5 to 13, with some add-ons from book 1. and we're going to use different translations. For the students at the workshops, we're not going to use the translation that will be used at the performance, but instead we're going to choose 3 or 4 different translations, maybe even a modern Greek one, although I do wish all the students to speak in English. And then we are going to, in the workshops, show to the students how they can approach this text, and then they can go and work on their own with our guidance. So each workshop will be led by a different professional, but Rashrem and myself will be present to aid the 4 groups of students with their efforts of putting their own performance towards the end of this venture. So the students will give their own performance of the Wanderings, their own adaptation based on different translations, and then our own personal, professional performances will follow September 12th till the 15th. So again, it is my pleasure to be working with the Cacoyannis Foundation, and I welcome you all. I want, of course, to thank my colleague and collaborator Rashrem and all his team. In fact, 12 members are flying to Athens to put this production for you. And the choreographer is staying back, but she will be working with them for 6 weeks in rehearsals. So this is a team effort, and we're very happy to be bringing that to Athens, especially at this point of challenges that they're facing. And it's also my effort of giving something back, both to my own city, Athens, and the Cacoyannis Foundation that have supported my work for a number of years, and of course working with Rashrem. Thank you all. Και στα ελληνικά τώρα θα ήθελα και πάλι να σας ευχαριστήσω για το ενδιαφέρον σας, την υποστήριξη στο Ίδρυμα Κακογιάννη και να σας καλέσω όλους να έρθετε να δείτε την προσπάθειά μας από 1η Σεπτεμβρίου μέχρι 15. Και πάλι περιμένω να σας δω με χαρά και να έρθω πάλι στην Αθήνα και να δουλέψω μαζί σας. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.